Hello everyone, welcome to this hands-on session on understanding NumPy arrays. In this interactive session, we will dive into the fundamentals of NumPy arrays, a powerful Python tool for efficiently handling large data sets. Specifically designed for CBSE Class XII students, particularly those taking information practices, this session will guide you step by step through key topics such as array creation, operations, reshaping, and slicing. Instead of just learning concepts, you will actively practice them with practical examples and exercises, ensuring you gain not only theoretical understanding but also practical skills to work confidently with NumPy arrays. So let us roll up our sleeves and start exploring the potential of NumPy arrays. How we are going to organize this is I have taken this exactly from your textbook, and for your uh, ease of use and to save some time, I have already uh, look at the I have already executed the command that will be needed to get these results. So in this particular session, what we'll be doing is we'll actually go through your questions, and then we will actually look at the exact syntax and the NumPy command that you have to use to get that. What we will be doing as a live uh, practice together will be your uh, previous year exam questions, right? And that we are just actually going to have another video on that. So in today's one, we'll just actually understand, and we will actually sort of again re-emphasize our learning around various aspects of NumPys, the way you saw in our previous lecture where we actually covered only concepts. So here in this particular, taken from your end of chapters exercise, it is asking that create the following NumPy arrays. One-dimensional arrays with zeros, all set to zeros, size of 10 elements. The second one is a vowel with a specific numbers like A, E, I, O, U. Right? As you know, we already saw while we are actually going through it that you can call np dot zeros if you want to create a special array, and then you can simply specify the size, right? So as you see, what will happen, it will be just np dot zeros, and then since you need 10 elements, you can specify 10. That will create you an one dimensional zero which you can assign to a variable called zeros, right? How you can do vowels? You can actually use np dot array, and then in a bracket in the list notation you can specify a, e, I, o, u, right? So you'll be actually, and then you can assign it back to vowels. So you can say vowels is equal to np dot array, and then in a square bracket list, where actually you'll be listing them, just like a, e, o, I, e, I, o, u, the way it is mentioned here. Let us 2D array. So it is saying that create a 2D array with 2 rows, 5 columns, and all elements set to 1. How you can do it? So once that it can be done either in 2 steps, where you first create, when you have 2 rows and 5 columns, how many elements you need? 2 into 5, 10. So basically, first you have to create a 10 size array using what? np.ones. So np.ones, and then you provide size 10, and then you can reshape it in which shape? 2 comma 5, 2 for rows, 5 for column. As well as when you are creating ones, you can give d type is equal to int, but anyway it was once, it should work fine. So but you can actually specifically specify there as well. the second one is my array 1, and then you are being asked that a 2D array with 3 rows, 3 columns, and the following data, right? So what you will do in this particular case, you say np.array, then you specify these list row wise 2.70 minus 2, 3.4, 10.60 minus 1999.9, 13, and then you say d type is float, right? Okay. E is interesting, we'll see that. So just to review, array 0, np.0 is 10. You can see now, the executed command, right? So you got all the zeros as array 0. I think ideally what your book is asking is all zeros, right? So you can assign it to zeros, right? This will be better, right? This is what they are asking for, right? You'll get all one, right? How you get vowels? E, I, U, U. How you'll get ones? So you get np dot ones, right? And of size 10, right? What it will be? It will be one dimensional array of all one, and then you can reshape into shape 2 comma 5 and provide d type as it, right? So here you can execute and see your output as all one. Then the 3-dimensional array that was given, right? 2.7, just as 5 is an array, and it is saying that your d type will be inferred here, right? So if you want, you can specify, or you can simply say that your your d type here, right, is going to be float. What is happening? Here's some minute. Something is happening. I got it. So we got all these elements, right? Now this is very interesting. The last question, where it is asking create my array 2, a 2D array with 3 rows, 5 columns, creating using arrange, right? With a start value 4, a step size 4, and d type float. Again, arrange can help you get the one dimensional array, right? So you are actually looking for 3 rows, 5 columns, right? So let's do it in again here. It is actually there, in the I'll share this notebook. You can actually have a look. So np dot. So how many elements you need, right? Number of elements, right? So your number of elements are 3 into 5, 3 into 5, right? Then what you can do, you can get it like np arrange, right? And it is saying that start value 4, right? So if you see 3 into 5, let us look at this. Let's first compute this, right? So 3 into 5, 15. It is saying that the start value is 4, right? So if it starts at 4, then your 15th element and of size 4. So what will be okay, let us do one thing. Yes, let us keep it separate. Number of element is this, and where you will stop? You will stop at let us say your start is what? Your start is 4. So where you stop? Start plus number of element into steps, right? Step size. And what is the step size? Step size given here is 4. Okay. So let us print a stop what it is. Step size is not defined. Step size something like test. Okay, so what is the stop here? Um, 65. Okay, so you will start at 4, go till 64 with a size of 4, right? And then you have to reshape in 3 rows 5 columns, right? So your my array 2 will become np dot arrange, right? What this np dot arrange will do, it will start at 4, it will go till 65 in a size of 4, and then what you will do, you will actually reshape it, right? You will reshape in what size? 3 rows 5 columns, and then you can print my array 2. So you say can't reshape area of size 16 into, why it is area of size 16? Starting 4, so 15, 15 4 ja 60, right? Are we making any mistake here? Number of element into step size. So what your step size would have been? You are having 15 4 ja 64, 64 na? Yeah, it should be actually 64. It's fine. So now you have got all your element the way you wanted, right? You can look at where we are making mistake. So what we did here, we created a array of 0, vowels, ones, and reshaped it my array 3-dimensional array, then my array 2. These are mostly declarations, right? Okay. Now it is saying that using the array created in question 4 above, write NumPy command for finding the dimension, shape, size, data, and type, right, of the items and item size of array 0, vowels, ones, my array, and my array 2, right? So, we have simply written, you can write a function like this, right? Print details. We have actually given print n dimensions, shape, size, d type, item size. And then we are simply calling, each of these print details, right? With my array 2 or whatever. But, so we'll keep it here simple, right? So, since you have, let us look at this, my array 2. My array 2, right? You can simply call its n dimension, right? You'll get something. Then you can, basically I'm just trying to focus on only little difficult part so that we don't waste too much of time. N dimension, then you can actually look at and print shape 3 and 5. Then you can print size. Okay, then we can print size. What size will print? Will print is total number of elements, it will be 15. Then you can print my array 2 dot item size. What item size will print? It is actually integer, so it's actually print 4. Anything else? So you can actually again do it for my array others. And reset the array once to have all the 10 elements in a single row. That's already done. Display the second and third elements of the array vowels. This is going to be important, right? So vowels, right? What will be the second element? Access at first, right? And second and third. Since last one is excluded, so you have to call it vowels 1 till 3, right? And you get A, E, I, E, I, right? Always remember, last one is excluded. So 1, 2, 3 for getting 1 and 2. Display the elements in the first and second column of the array my array 1. Now what it is saying is display the elements. So okay, display all elements in the second and third row. So we want to print second and third row, right, of my array 1. What is my array 1? My array 1, right? So what it want to do, it want to print all the elements in second and third row. So it means the 3.4 and minus 90, right? So here what we are having is all the rows starting this, and then we are actually anyway printing all the columns, right? You can have you don't need to specify columns, right? So this is the trick for that. Be make yourself familiar with this. Is very, very important. Not only you will be tested in your exam, but even if when you try and code, this will be needed. Display the elements in the first and second column of the array. My array 1. So second, what will be again my array 1? My array 1. Now it is saying that display all the elements in first and second column. So to first and second column means all the rows, right? All the rows, and sorry, second and first and second all column. So first and second column it means all the till second, right? So right, okay. Now it is saying display the elements in the first column of the second and third row of the array. First column of the second and third row, right? How you can get it? First column of the second and third row. My array 1. Now it is saying that get me which row? Second and third row. How will get second and third row? Like this, right? And first column, it means 0 till 1, right? Reverse the array of the vowels, right? So one trick that you have to always use is call column minus 1, right? Just like what you saw in string or some others, right? Okay, so we are done with this. Using the arrays created question, write the NumPy command for divide all elements by 3, right? So it is simply you have to use division operation, right? So my arrays, my array 1, right? Now if you have to divide by 2, right? This is what that you have to use. Add the array of my array 1 and my array 2. So you have to simply call my array. So what is my array 1? This uh, what is my array 2? This. So what will be my array 1 plus first will be 6.7. Let us do that. So you can simply call my array 1 plus my array 2. What is this? Oh, so now here we are. What is the my array? Okay, this is interesting, right? So what is the shape of my array? We are making a lot of typos. This is the advantage of using something, right? 3 into 3. And what is your my array? 2 dot shape, 3.5. So what we have to do is, before calling this on my array, right, 1, we have to pad it. So there is a command called np.pad, and we have to pad this guys with your elements like 0, 0, and what we want to do. So since you are having additional 2 columns, so 0 rows and 2 columns, right? And then we have to specify uh, we got all the zeros now. Okay, now on this one you can say that modified my array 1. Okay, and then you can call your my array modified my array 1 plus my array, right? So you get all of those added, right? Now this using padding you can do, right? Multiply array 1 array 2 element wise. So for multiplication it is different, right? What you need is 3 into 3 and 3 into 5, right? So if you do my array 1 into my array 2, it will result into array. So you do modified my array 2, right? Because we have got it in same this one. But if you want to do you know matrix multiplication, right? So you can use the symbol at the rate of, and that should be doable with my array because they are 3 into 3 and then 3 into 5, right? So 3 into 5 is what you will get as an answer. Find the cube of all elements of my array 1 and divide the resulting array by 2. Okay, so cube of all elements of my array 1. Let's print my array 1 again. My array 1, and how you'll get cube of it? You exponentiate, right, by 3. You got all of this, and then it is saying that now I can divide by 2, right? So this is the way of using find the cube of the divide by 2. Find the square root of all elements. So a square root would have happened by and divide resulting array by 2. So into 0.5, right? And then you can get it. Okay. Yeah, so with this division of my array by my 2 array 2, it could have happened by modified array 1 and 2, right? So that's fine. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just padding another. So we have already covered all of these, right? Using arrays created in question above, write NumPy command for the following. Find the transpose of 1 cent, my array 2. So you have to simply call T, right? My array 2, again you can call zeros.t, you can call my array 2.t, transpose will happen. Sort the array vowels in reverse. So you for that what you can do, you can sort and then take reverse, right? Okay, and sort the array my array 1 so that it brings the lowest value of the column in the first row and so on. So it is saying column wise sorting. So look at my array 1, right? So this is what that you are actually looking at. My array 1 is this. Column wise sorting will be, if you simply call my array 1 if you simply call sort on this, right, what you will get, it will get sorted like 0, 2, 2, minus 2, 0, and that one, right? See that? Mhm. So you can play with x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. What is happening? Right. Okay. Create a 2D array called myArray using arrange having 14 rows, 3 columns with the start value -1, step 0.25. Having split this array row wise into 3 equal parts and print the result. Right? So we already calculated, NP arrange from a start till stop till where, and then step you can then, and you can reshape it into 14 into 3 to get this array, right? And from here on, now we have got actually our uh, hmm. So you are having 14, right? So 14 by 3, okay? So basically you can get why you are getting 14. So I think 14 by 3, 3 equal will actually create problems. So you can actually have 15 by 3 and then actually, do your split into 3 by 3. So what I should have done is, let us see, NP split my array, okay, my array 4, my array 4, and we want to do it in um, say 3, right? So -1, 0 to 1.2, -1, right? So 3, and then we are having what? 3, just give us a minute. So Yeah. So rather than this, we should have actually got 14, 15, right? So there is a typo in your textbook. I think this should have been fine. Current service is 45 into 15 into 3. Yeah. So this should be 15 into 3. And now if you call a division on 3, it should be fine, right? So your textbook has done a mistake of calling it uh, 14, right? So with 15 you can get it done. Simply get it in 3 chunks using your split as 3. So with this we are coming to end of our hands-on session on this. Thanks for joining. Next session that we are having is related with your exams on Python uh, pandas, right? And your matplotlib. So it's going to be very, very exciting, and then we'll be having a lot of interesting coverage on your first year exam question. So stay tuned, guys. Do like and subscribe my channel. Thanks, back.